All right, we're live on YouTube. We're live on Zoom. Welcome everybody who's joining us today, whether you're joining us on Zoom or on YouTube, whether you're a graduate, credential completer, faculty member, staff member, family member, friend, supporter. Welcome to the SJSU Lurie College of Education graduation celebration. We're going to get started in a few minutes. We wanted to open up early so you all could join us on Zoom and join us on YouTube. While we're waiting to get started, if you want to just let us know in the chat where you're joining us from today. You can enter that in Zoom and just make sure you select all panelists and attendees, or you can enter it into the chat on YouTube. I'm joining from Pleasanton, which is over in the East Bay. I'll drop that in the chat right now. And in the meantime, enjoy the music. Over in Watsonville. Over in Concord. See you, Peg. Well, in the chat at least. All right, welcome everybody who's joining us now on Zoom and on YouTube. Welcome to the Lurie College of Education graduation celebration. We're going to get started in a few minutes, but if you want to just let us know where you're joining us from today in the chat, just make sure you select all panelists and attendees when you're doing that on Zoom. And on YouTube, you can just pop it right into the chat. Joining us from San Jose. Maybe next time I should do some live DJing for this event. That'd be fun. All right, looks like we have some more folks joining us on Zoom and YouTube. Welcome everyone, graduates, faculty, staff, family members, friends, alumni, whoever you are, to the Lurie College of Education graduation celebration. We'll get started in a few minutes, but while we're waiting, if you want to just let us know where you're joining from by entering that in the chat. I'm over here in Pleasanton in the East Bay. Nadia is joining us from San Francisco, nice. Hey Arbola, I see you over on YouTube, thanks for your comment. Zell's joining from Hayward, awesome. We're going to get started in a few minutes, but if you want to just let us know where you're joining us from today in the chat, make sure you select all panelists and attendees when you're doing that on Zoom. A couple more people commenting on YouTube, joining us from Vacaville, San Francisco, San Jose. Got Lauren and Zoom joining us from Fremont. Oh, I just moved from Fremont. Nice, we have someone joining us from France over on YouTube. Awesome. What time is it in France right now? It's pretty late. Probably an 8-hour time difference, 9-hour time difference.
Yeah, at least 9.
Welcome to those of you who are just joining us on Zoom and YouTube to our graduation celebration. We'll be getting started soon. Let us know where you're joining from by entering that in the chat. If you're into it on Zoom, just make sure you select all panelists and attendees instead of all panelists. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and comment in the chat. Let us know where you're joining from today. Los Altos Hills over in Oakland, Morgan Hill, nice. It's 12:55 in France. Thanks for the update, Nancy. Appreciate it. Sarah's joining us from Canada, awesome. Got Maritza over in San Jose, Hamlin's in San Jose. Dan Carlos, awesome. Got a couple more folks in San Jose, nice. Got some more folks joining us in Chicago, Minneapolis, Cannon Air Force Base, San Jose. Awesome. Welcome to our graduates, faculty, staff, family, friends, alumni, supporters to our Lurie College of Education graduation celebration. We'll get started in just a couple minutes here. I want to give you all a chance to get connected to us on Zoom and on YouTube. So while you're waiting, go ahead and let us know where you're joining from today by entering that in the chat, and we'll get started soon. El Dorado Hills, Maui, nice. Santa Rosa. Heather's already looking ahead to the after party. See some congrats coming through in the chat over on YouTube, awesome. Yeah, for family and friends who are joining us on YouTube, definitely give a shout out. Let us know who you're supporting here, who you're out here to just congratulate and support as they're completing their academic journey with us at San Jose State. Glad you all could make it today. We have dogs in attendance today. Nice. And on YouTube, you can just pop right into the chat. Their academic journey with us at San Jose State. Glad you all could make it today. Some more congrats coming through in the chat on YouTube. Got Esther joining us from Oakland. Sleep sounds like a fun after-party celebration to me. Sure, it's been a challenging semester and a challenging year for everyone. All right, I think we'll get started here in a minute, but welcome everyone who's just joining us on Zoom and YouTube. Whether you're a graduate, a faculty member, staff member, family, friend, alumni, supporter of all of those who are graduating today, just want to welcome you to our live graduation celebration. Feel free to introduce yourself in the chat on Zoom and on YouTube. Let us know where you're attending from today. I'll go ahead and cut the music here and then we'll get started. Perfect timing. The song is closing out. All right. So welcome everyone. My name is Brian. I work in the Dean's Office in the Lurie College of Education at San Jose State. I want to welcome you all again to our Fall 2020 graduation celebration. Before we get started with the college-wide ceremony rather, just wanted to give a few announcements just to orient you to the space here today. So this event is being recorded and recording will be available on our website afterward at sjsu.edu/education/graduation. So you can definitely check it out there afterwards. We have live captions available in the webinar on Zoom today. So if you select the closed caption button in the bottom of your Zoom window, you should be able to enable those if you'd like to. And we'll have captions available in the recording afterwards as well. Those of you who are attending today, whether you're attending on Zoom or on YouTube, your video isn't visible and your audio isn't visible, so you don't have to worry about that. But definitely use the chat, whether you're on Zoom or YouTube, to communicate with one another, give your shout outs, express your gratitude to our graduates throughout our celebration today.
San Jose State continues to be the doorway to the heart of global innovation, ranked the #1 most transformative college in the nation by Money Magazine. SJSU, Silicon Valley's only public university.
All right, so just wanted to include that quick little clip in there, just to let you all know, in case you didn't know, that we were just ranked #1 most transformative university by Money Magazine. So shout out to everyone who's made that possible, all the faculty, all the staff, students, alumni, everyone who supports SJSU and our mission. But now let's go ahead and get into the ceremony. So for the order of events for today, right after I finish this slide, I'm going to start up a video acknowledgement of all of our Fall 2020 graduates. So everyone's name should be listed there. They're going to be listed alphabetically by last name. So if your last name starts with A, just get ready because you'll see your name first. While that's happening, we'll have some remarks from our Dean, Heather Latimer, and our Associate Dean, Marcos Pizarro. So definitely stick around for that. And then after they have their conversation and we have our video acknowledgement of all of our graduates, we'll go ahead and shine a spotlight on our graduation speaker, Jacqueline Lopez Rivas, who's earning her bachelor's in child and adolescent development. And then we'll finish up after that with a toast to all of our graduates. So if you don't have something to toast with now, while those remarks are happening, you can go ahead and grab something to drink or grab some confetti or something like that and join us in that toast afterwards. And after all of that concludes, we'll go ahead and relocate into our department Zoom events for ongoing remarks from our faculty chairs and opportunities to interact with our graduates, faculty, and staff. So with that, I'll pass it off to our Dean and our Associate Dean. Take it away.
Great. Well, it is fantastic to be here. Thank you so much to all of you for taking the time on a Friday afternoon at the end of what has been an extraordinary semester to spend some time celebrating the incredible accomplishments of our graduates. We are so, so proud of you. So we wanted to change things up a little instead of the standard speech since everything's been changed up this semester, and thought we'd do a little bit of Q&A with each other to keep it a little more interesting while you are looking through that list of all of our remarkable graduates. So Marcos, do you want to kick us off here?
Absolutely. Yeah, welcome everybody. We're very excited to celebrate with you all, even though it's in this weird virtual format. So yeah, Heather and I are going to have a conversation. And I got a question for you, Heather.
Okay.
What was your greatest graduation moment and why was it so meaningful to you?
Oh, well, every graduation is really special, and this one is absolutely no exception. Although we do not have the normal trappings of what a graduation would be, it is special because of the individuals who are graduating and their families and their communities who are here supporting them today. And so really think about that as the specialness of each ceremony. And I know that between the two of us, we've probably been to over 100 different ceremonies over the years, but each one is really remarkable. For me, when I think back on my own graduations, the one that really stands out is my college graduation, because as I was walking across the stage, I looked over and there was my 80-something, 4'11.5" grandmother, maybe 90 pounds when she was soaking wet. And she did not finish 8th grade. And the idea that she was somebody who she grew up in the early 1900s, ended up leaving home shortly when she was about 14 years old because of an abusive relationship with her stepmother, made it through the Depression on her own. And here's somebody who had struggled for many different reasons, in part because she didn't have access to education, watching her granddaughter walk across the stage at a graduation celebration and receive a diploma. And that sense that we stand on the shoulders of those who've come before us, I know is something that a lot of us think about. And I just want to make sure that today we give a shout out to all of the family members, all of the community members, all the people who have supported our graduates through not just this remarkably challenging semester and time period, but throughout their educational careers, because it is something where we see the end result in some ways of the love and the care and the nurture that has been put into our students by all those who've supported them along their journey. How about you, Marcos? What's something that stands out for you?
Yeah, so I just want to say, it sounds like there's a book there somewhere, Heather. Yeah, so for me, one thing that comes to mind is a graduation at San Jose State just a couple of years ago. And it was a graduation ceremony for the Mexican American Studies department. And the speeches are all the students get to speak, and they always make you like get emotional. And there's lots of tears shed and all that. But there was one student there who dedicated her graduation to her father. And her father was joining, but he was joining kind of like we're doing today. He was on the iPhone, right? He was doing FaceTime. Because he was undocumented and had been deported and was in Mexico and couldn't attend the ceremony. And it was really, really moving, but it reflected who San Jose State is. You say that the number one transformative university in the country. It's a place where people and their families scrap and struggle and fight for opportunity and to make our communities better. And it was just such a beautiful commitment to saying this is who we are, we all. And what she was saying is my dad was so critical to my success, even though most people in the society wouldn't see him as someone who matters in the way that's people who get honored during graduation. So that was a really, really powerful moment for me. It looks like Heather's talking.
Sorry about that. Thank you for sharing that. It sounds, moving and meaningful, and one of so many thousands of stories that are out there of the connections that our students feel with their family and that we feel with our families. How about this graduation? What is something that this graduation means to you? And what do you want to say to our grads?
Well, this is just so amazing, right? You all are truly amazing to be able to do this. I taught a course in the spring that was, the last part of the semester was online, and it was so tough. So for you to have done that last semester and again this semester, it's really incredible. So I just want to say, that you all inspire me. I'm just grateful for the opportunity to have been in community with you all, to learn alongside you. And really excited to see where you're going to take all of this next. So I admire our grads. I admire you and your commitment, your perseverance. And I just want to ask you all to stay in touch, right? Like, we see ourselves as part of a community dedicated to the upliftment and support of all of our families, of all of our children, of all of our communities. And so we want to be in community with you as you're doing that work, and to create these kind of pathways and cycles, right? Where you all will be training and working with the next generation of San Jose State students. The other thing I want to say is that, like I was just saying in my story that I told, I want to applaud families, right? The families and loved ones, the people that helped you get to where you are. I just want to shout out all those families. We appreciate all that you did to raise these amazing young people. And we've seen the love and the hard work and the caring and the passion and just everything that you put into making it possible for them. So thank you for sharing them with us for a little bit. And I want to make sure you all take the time to celebrate yourselves for all you did to make this possible. So congratulations to all of you. Heather, what do you want to say to the grads this year?
Well, I want to echo some of what you said, and really, I want people to be proud of themselves. This has been a remarkable time period. And the fact that you are standing here today, or sitting, depending on where you are, but the fact that you are here in this moment at this time, receiving a diploma that says that you have earned a degree, and earned is a really important emphasis there. Nobody's giving you this degree, you've earned it, and you should be incredibly proud of yourselves for all that you have accomplished, all the papers, all the exams, all the practicum experiences, all of the lectures, all of the discussions, all those projects. You have accomplished an incredible feat, and doing it in the middle of a pandemic when we rapidly switched to online learning, and then have been in that space where we thought maybe we'd be doing it for a few weeks, but we've actually been doing it now for almost 10 months. You are truly remarkable, and you should be incredibly proud of what you have accomplished. And I hope you hold on to that, because this may feel a little anticlimactic to do this way, but hold on to how proud you need to be of all that you have done during this time period. I also want to encourage you to be bold. We talk about in the Lurie College that we prepare transformative educators, counselors, therapists, school and community leaders. And that requires people who are willing to take risks and be bold. And certainly being bold was part of continuing your education in the middle of a pandemic, but being bold is also the work you're going to do going out into the world, whether you're pursuing graduate education in a further degree or whether you're pursuing a professional pathway as your next steps. I want you to feel the confidence of what you have accomplished and be willing to use it to push for the transformative change in schools, in communities, in clinics, wherever you are, because you have the knowledge and the understanding and the ability to make the change that's going to make our world a better place. Because we've seen in the last few months in particular just how broken so much of our society is. And we don't want you to have to do it alone, but we know that we need your voices in this conversation. We know we need your actions in this conversation if we're going to get better, if we're going to be a better place to leave to the next generation who will be coming through our doors. And for that, I do want to emphasize to encourage you to find community, because doing that work on your own can be really challenging. So stay connected with us. As Marcos says, we want to continue to be in conversation with you. We want to continue to tap into your expertise. We want to continue to support you through your work. But find community with your family and with your new coworkers, with your new colleagues, because those are the people who are going to support you along the way and sustain you along the way. I know for myself, when I first graduated in my first teaching job, I ended up crying in my car at least once a week for the first semester because it was hard. And that didn't mean that I was failing or that school was a problem. It meant that it was just hard. The work is often hard, and being in connection with community is really an important piece to sustain us. And then the last thing I'll say is find joy. In the middle of that challenge, I hope that you find those moments of joy and hold on to them. And whether that's somebody writing you a note that tells you you're doing a good job or says thank you for something, or whether it's seeing somebody else succeed, make sure that you hold on to that because you are so capable of so much, and we are so proud of you, and we want you to see that reflected in the work that you're doing. So hold on to those moments of joy, find the things that are going to feed you, and go out and do the work that we know you are incredibly capable of doing to create the transformative change that we all need. Congratulations, and thank you so much for being a part of our community and contributing to our college. We are incredibly grateful to you. We're incredibly grateful to our faculty and our staff for all the contributions that they've made to supporting you throughout your journey, and particularly during this challenging time. We're grateful to your families and your communities, and we're excited to see your next steps on your journey. So congratulations. I will stop talking. And now it's important to pass the baton to somebody who has walked in your shoes as one of our students. So Jackie, where are you? There you are. Jackie Lopez Rivas is graduating today. Woohoo! Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Latimer. I'm so excited. All right. Can you hear me okay? Yeah? All right. Hello, fellow Spartans, and congratulations, Fall 2020 Lurie College graduates. Before I begin, let's take a moment to respectfully acknowledge the San Francisco Bay Area as land of the Muwekma Ohlone people. We acknowledge that San Jose State occupies the unceded territory of the Muwekma Ohlone Nation, the sovereign nation and original people of the skies, lands, and waters where we work and learn. The Muwekma Ohlone people are the stewards of these lands and of the teaching and learning that comes from and responds to the needs of the land and people who share it. May our daily lives and work at SJSU, research, teaching, and community engagement be supported and guided by the Muwekma Ohlone evolving vision for their community and land. 2020 has presented us with many challenges, and yet here we are, graduating. What a blessing it is to be here and accomplish this goal. Well, we have yet to get the ceremony where we cross the stage wearing our pride, doing a happy dance. Smiling so big our cheeks begin to hurt, we can still enjoy this glorious moment where our past leads us into our future, your future. I encourage you to treasure this moment and celebrate it in your own way. If you haven't already done so, thank yourself first and foremost. Appreciate the resilience you built from your strength and courage. Express gratitude to the people around you in this moment and those in your support system. Personally, I give a deep appreciation to my mom, my dad, their partners, mi abuela, all 7 of my siblings, friends from Pasadena and San Jose, the educators who have inspired me throughout life, the conversations with mentors about my potential, and the healing achieved working with mental health service providers. With their support, I was able to grow. With their guidance, I was able to grow. I recognize that this too happened here at SJSU. In order to succeed, it took perseverance and a system of interconnected support and guidance. To name a few, this includes Jessica Ultreras Ruiz, record specialist from the chat office, Brian Chung Dooley, communications and events coordinator, Janine Perez, my former professor and director of the Student Success Center, Dr. Emily Slusser, also my former professor and chair of the chat department, and Associate Dean, Dr. Marcos Pizarro. With you as part of my community, I'm able to be here graduating today. I hope that all of you reflect on the barriers, hurdles, and challenges that you have overcome. I hope all of you acknowledge the community that supports and guides you along the way. I hope in me sharing, I have been able to highlight how our dedication and perseverance is noticed. I challenge you to also notice how us being here today is a privilege. Yes, our education is a privilege. This past November, I had the honor of speaking with Dr. Bettina Love as she visited our college to speak about abolitionist teaching. Dr. Love shares, quote, "Education can't save us. We have to save education. How can we begin to do that? Well, it starts with you. What you decide to do moving forward matters. Your personal narrative matters. Our responsibility is to lead with compassion and focus on ways to support one another, especially in difficult times such as this year. And that takes a collective effort. This year has been an example of power in community and power in action. The number of people who supported my family and me when diagnosed with COVID-19 was heartwarming and indescribable. Currently residing in Twin Cities, Minnesota, I have witnessed a mixture of events since George Floyd's life was taken. But most of all, I have witnessed the importance of willpower to move forward and create a better future together. Y que la lucha sigue. Finally, education is power. What I know about anyone who's graduating today is that we lead by example. Whatever field or role you are in, it serves its purpose. As diverse as we are as a whole, our capabilities validate the importance of having and thriving in diversity. Here at the Lurie College of Education, we have been taught to be engaged in our community, to understand the value of interdisciplinary work, to celebrate our diversity, and to continue to uplift one another. Who we are as individuals has led us to create a collective, a community in our college that has led us to be ranked number 2 in the CSU system. May we continue to be impactful. I, Jacqueline Lopez Rivas, am proud. We are Spartan Pride. Thank you. Gracias.
All right, thank you so much, Jackie, for those remarks. It was so great working with you over the course of the semester and just getting to really think about how you want to leave your final mark on your time here at SJSU, but also speak on behalf of your peers, your classmates, your friends, your future colleagues here, all of our graduates today. So thank you so much for stepping into that role on behalf of everyone. So next, we're going to go ahead and transition into our celebratory toast to congratulate everyone formally. So I'll pass it off to you, Dean Latimer, to go ahead and lead that, and I'll get this music started here.
All right. Well, I went being a very inappropriate student and was not prepared with my champagne glass, but I have a water glass. So I'm going to say, and water, critically important too. I'm going to look who's got a cans, whatever you've got. Raise your glasses to our students who have been incredibly brilliant and innovative and imaginative and incredibly amazing. I don't know how to say it. It's just I'm so impressed by all of our students abroad. Congratulations to each of you for your incredible contributions and for your remarkable achievements. We are proud of you and we choose you. And for those who have a cap, now's the time to transition your tassel from one side to the next, or do the virtual tassel from one side to the next. And a reminder that we will be inviting everybody back to campus when we are able, so that you can participate in a in-person ceremony, and you can not just move that tassel, but toss those caps in the air, do all the pictures, and really celebrate the remarkable achievements that you have had. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your incredible contributions, and congratulations to everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, Dean Latimer, and thank you to all of our faculty and staff for joining us in that celebratory toast. So that concludes the college-wide ceremony of our graduation celebration. I'm going to go back to screen sharing here just to highlight what's next. Where do we go from here? All right, so nobody move yet. Let me get through this slide first, and then we can go ahead and start the transition. But for those of you who are our graduates, graduating students and credential completers, faculty and staff, after we wrap up this slide here, please go ahead and transition to your department celebrations. You should have the link to those in that email that I sent out earlier this week. It's also in your SJSU Google calendars, but if you're unable to find that link for any reason, or you're unable to get into the Zoom session, go ahead and send us an email at luriecollege@sjsu.edu, and we'd be happy to help you out so that you can get into those spaces to celebrate with your classmates, your friends, your faculty, your staff, etc. For family and friends who are joining us today on YouTube, please stick around. We asked all of our graduates to submit a collage or a slide that they could share, whether it was photos or quotes or just gratitude or whatever it was they wanted to put together. So I'm going to go ahead and play that slideshow right after this. So if you want to stick around on YouTube and watch that, I'll turn the music back on and we can enjoy that together. And then for those of you who are transitioning into the department celebrations, you'll have those slideshows playing in each of your department celebrations as well. So that's it. Thank you everyone again for coming out today and showing your support for our graduates at our graduation celebration. Wish you all the best at the end of this unforgettable year that we've had together, and take care. Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone.
All right, everyone, that concludes the slideshow as well. So thank you to everyone who's still tuning in on YouTube and who's still here with us in the Zoom space. Glad we could have this live event to celebrate all of our grads today. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the live stream now. For those of you who are faculty, staff, students, graduates, you're welcome to go ahead and jump into the Zoom sessions. Family and friends, again, the recording of this will be available on our graduation and commencement webpage, sjsu.edu/education/graduation. So that'll probably be available early next week. So go ahead and check that out. Have a safe and enjoyable finish to your 2020. Thanks, everyone.